All right, guys, I got a story for you here from driving for Uber and Lyft. Some of my experiences I've had with stories, and this one is the biggest trip I had so far, without a doubt. I'll get to it in a second, but for all you guys who are driving out here, remember the links down below to get my ebook I wrote about making money out here with Uber and Lyft in Las Vegas. Buy the book. There's good info in there about, I show some records of money I've made for certain days driving, certain weeks driving. I give you guys pictures. I tell you what streets I like to drive on, what times of day, all that kind of good stuff to help you make money. So buy the book, you'll make your money back, and then some if you use the information in it. Now this one was a fucking trip when it happened. Dude, it's funny because on the Uber app, there's like a part where you can go, if there's an issue, you need help, and you can say something like, if you have a problem, there's different options you can do. And one of the options is, like you say you got in a car accident, there's an option for that. You can use it for help. And there's one of them that says like, I picked up the wrong driver or the wrong passenger. And I'm thinking like, how would you ever pick up the wrong passenger? Like, how does that happen? It can happen. It can happen, and that's what this story is about. So I'm driving around one day, Sunday morning. It's early. It's like 7 in the fucking morning on a Sunday. And I'm downtown. I'm in downtown Vegas. I get this ping that was over like almost towards Maryland Parkway. And it was even more east of like East Fremont Street. And it's kind of getting to the rougher area, right? It's not exactly the most glamorous area. It's not the worst, not the most glamorous. And I'm like, okay, usually don't get rides over here, but all right. And it's early. It's like 7 a.m. Driving around the block. I'm getting real close to where I'm supposed to be picking this person up. You know, we'll call her Mary. That's what we'll call her. We'll say Mary. I'm going to pick up Mary Sunday morning. And I'm right over at this intersection. I'm like supposed to turn right. It's gonna be like right there where the pickup is. I'm like, okay, so I'm at this stop sign, I'm about to turn right, and I got my windows down, and I just hear, hey, and this girl waves. And give you a description, it was short chick, I mean 5'4" maybe, short black chick, looked young. I mean, she had really, really short hair. And I mean, at first I thought she was like a teenager. I was like, geez, like, this is a young looking chick. And she's waving, and she's like, where are you going? And she comes over and is like, I'm like, okay, unlock the door. She hops on in, because that'll happen plenty of times. People will see your car, they know, your license plate, because they get the description, what your car looks like, and they'll like wave you down to get in the car. So I'm like, okay, yeah, she saw me, she waved me down. And like her aunt or somebody was over there talking to her. And she didn't seem like she was in the best physical condition, to put it lightly. She just didn't seem like she was. And girl was like, gets in the car. She's like, all right, Aunt. She's like, I'll be back later. She's like, okay. Start to drive. So, I go on the phone. Like, all right, I picked up Mary. Start to drive. And it's going to like, we're not even going that far. We're going like the Greyhound station downtown. So we're going over to Main Street driving. And this girl, so she looks like she's a fucking teenager. She just starts talking about her day so far. I'm like, so how's your day going? She starts talking. She's like, oh, I was at my friend's house earlier. And she's like, says they were smoking weed together. I'm like, all right, well, okay. And then she's like telling me about, she sold her friend like this crystal meth. And she's like, oh yeah, I gave her a really good deal. I gave her like 75% off on this fucking crystal I had. And I mean, I was like, oh, it's like, you're a hell of a good friend, aren't you? And we're driving, and we're getting closer. We're going down Fremont Street right now. I still remember it. Turning on to, right before we turned on to Las Vegas Boulevard. And I said something, and I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said something about her aunt. And I was like, oh, so is she the one paying for this ride? So I think she may have said her name. I looked at the name, like, oh, so is your aunt paying for this ride? And she's like, what ride? I'm like, this ride right now, like this Uber ride. And she goes, what's an Uber? And I'm like, that was the oh fuck moment in my head. I was like, what? And I look over at the girl, I'm like, you didn't call for someone to come pick you up? And she's like, no. I was like, you didn't call for an Uber ride? She's like, what the hell is an Uber? I don't even know what that is. And I'm realizing now, I was like, this fucking chick just ran up and jumped in my fucking car like 7 in the morning on a Sunday. She just ran up and jumped in a stranger's fucking car and just rode off with them. Doesn't fucking know me from Adam. And I just realized, like, I got this little fucking chick in my car. This fucking girl's in my car. She's not supposed to be. I don't know who the fuck she is. She doesn't know who I am. Doesn't even know where the fuck we're going. And because she's talking away, and she was telling stories. I think she said she wanted to be like 22 years old because she's talking about her friend and she's like, oh, my friend's older than me. And I was like, how old's your friend? She said like 28 or something. I was like, well, how old are you? 22 is what she said. I was like, it's like, good. I mean, because she looked like she was a fucking teenager. Like, I feel like I'm about to be set up on like How to Catch a Predator or some bullshit. Like driving around fucking town with this chick who's not even supposed to be my fucking car, come to find out. And then after I realized she's not supposed to be in there, I'm like, oh, we got to go back. I'm just like, turn around. I'm like, you're not supposed to be in my car right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck to say. It was during this time that the person I was supposed to pick up actually canceled because it's on my phone. And I'm driving and it says, Mary has canceled the ride. I'm like, oh shit. So really, on her end, it looked like I'd picked her up and drove away. She's like, why is this guy charging me for a fucking ride? So I had to flip around. I'm like, okay, let's just start heading back. I'm trying to remember exactly where I picked her up at. And I'm just like, God, I gotta just dump this fucking chick off. Like, she's not supposed to be in my car. And like, she's in my fucking car. I don't know. Now I'm like, why she jumped in or anything. And she sees I have these breath mints, and she kept coughing too while she was in the car. She keeps coughing, and she was like, I had throw lozes in my car too. She was like, can I have one of those? I was like, no. She's like, can I have a breath mint? I was like, no. She's like, why not? I was like, because I'm supposed to get back over here, like back to whoever this person is. And I'm just like trying to just defer the fucking chick and just get my ass back as quick as I can. She's like, well, what does that have to do with me not being able to have a breath mint? And I'm just thinking in my head, like, you're not supposed to be in my fucking car right now. That's what the fuck it has to do with it. Like, you're a strange fucking person who jumped in my car at 7 a.m. on a fucking Sunday morning. I don't know why you're in here right now. And I was just driving, and she got all butthurt. I wouldn't give her a mint. So I was like, well, fuck you anyway. And we just kept driving. I got kind of close to where we were supposed to be at. She's like, just pull over here. Let me get out here. And I said, yeah, good idea. So I pulled over, and I remember pulling over. She opens the door, and I was just like waiting for this child. I'm about ready to fucking kick her out, just like give her a foot right in the ass and push her out of the car. I just wanted to be done with this chick. It was the weirdest fucking thing. Ended up dropping her off, and that was it. Ended up dropping her off and just being like, for a little while, I was like, what the fuck was that? Like, I'm just thinking back, like, this kid looked like a fucking kid, just came up to my car and just jumped in my fucking car. And it was just the way the fucking planets lined up. I'm there to pick somebody up right literally around the corner. I thought that was the person to pick up. And it was just strange because even the neighborhood I was driving in, I was like, all right, well, I guess people out here will use Uber, so whatever. I mean, it was just that moment where she was like, what's an Uber? I just remember thinking, oh, shit. I think back, that's the only time that's happened. Nothing has fucking happened like that since. That was just a weird-ass scenario that it was just the weirdest fucking thing, like being in the Twilight Zone when that happened. I was just like, I can't believe this fucking chick just came and jumped in my fucking car, jumped in a total stranger's car, and here I am driving around with her, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get rid of this fucking chick. Like, this is a bad situation. So that's it for this story, guys. That was the time I picked up the wrong fucking person, and it ended fine, but it was just a weird moment. I was like, I didn't even know what to think after that for a little while. So you're out here driving for Uber, Lyft. You do it long enough, you're going to get experiences like that. So just be prepared, guys. Crazy shit can happen sometimes.